Good afternoon. So, this is my first Facebook Live in a long time. I hope you are all well, but if not, then maybe some of what I talk about today will help you to deal with this problem, these testing times. So, I want to reflect on something that's happened to me, or happens to me from time to time when I meet new people, when I've been out socialising, if you can remember those days when we were allowed to go out without any restrictions. So people would often say to me, "Where are you from?" And then I'd say Kingston or London, depending on where I was. And then they'll say to me, "No, where are you really from?" Because what they are asking is, "Am I Chinese or whatever?" And I'm Chinese, you know. So that's what they're asking. So what's this got to do with anxiety? And this is the topic of today. And what it is, the reason why I mention that is, if I ask you, "How do you feel?" then you'll probably say, "Yeah, all right." But if I say, "How do you really feel?" and then you get a chance to just feel what's going on. And often, especially in today's climate and today's worries, anxiety or fear, worry, that will come up. So it's like, how can we deal with that? You know, what's going on? And as I understand it, it is about having these thoughts. They just spiral around in our head. So we have these external worries about, this COVID-19, and then it's this fear about what it's going to do to us, to our families, how it's going to affect the people we love. And it's about these thoughts, not just acknowledging actually that it is dangerous and it can kill people we love, but we let these thoughts spiral, we catastrophize, and then it's one thought after another, all related, and it becomes worse and worse. And before you know it, you're having an anxiety attack. You can't concentrate, you can't operate. You're just sitting there in a state of panic, and you've created this in your own head. And I'm not blaming you. It's how we naturally are, because as creatures who have developed over thousands and thousands of years, if we were to just take things as they come, then we would end up dead. You know, we'd be eaten by a saber-toothed tiger, or chewed up by a T-Rex. So we had to be really cautious in the past, but nowadays we have to be wary of dangers. You know, you don't cross the road with your eyes closed, although you can now because the roads are empty. But normally you can't cross the roads with your eyes closed because you will get run over. So you have to take precautions. You have to be careful, and that's fine. But then it's when we're at home, or maybe at work, or out eating with others, or sitting in the park, we just are allowed. If we're allowed to sit there and we don't do anything, we just sit and be with our thoughts. Very often, you know, in this day and age, that spiral of thoughts, you know, one after the other, they'll come, and then we get this anxiety, this fear, this worry. So it's like, how can we stop that? And it's simply the simplest technique that I know for dealing with that is mindfulness. And it's not just being in the present moment, because that a lot of people describe mindfulness as being in the present moment, and that, yes, it is about, you know, there's a piece of paper, I'm going to look at this piece of paper, or there's a leaf, I'm going to look at this leaf, or I'm going to focus on the breath. It's beyond that. It's actually about being able to accept what is going on, to accept that actually, so there is this leaf, it is a bit, the veins on the back of the leaf are all wiggly and crooked, there's no perfect lines. And it's accepting, this is where I am, this is how this leaf is, and it's just where we are. And if you can practice that every day, whether it is looking at a leaf, whether it is focusing on the breath, if your breath isn't perfect, your breath is shallow, just accepting that that's how your breath is. And if you can get used to that sensation, or that approach of accepting what is going on. You know, it's like, if you look in the background, there's a lot of distractions going on. My office, it's quite busy. It's a very functional, practical office, and I could tidy up and, you know, make it into a pristine, simple studio that's really nice to look at, and a lot of people have like a white background and so on, but actually, part of this is accepting that this is how it is. This is what's available, and I'm just going to get on and do this. So yes, give mindfulness a go. Try it every day. Just program or train yourself to focus on the moment, so you don't get carried away on these thoughts. And it does take time. It does take time. I'm just going to have a quick look to see if anyone's made any comments. No, that makes it easy for me. So when you finally, if you do watch this, I will save it. So if you do watch it, post up a comment and I'll reply. Okay, thank you for watching. How do you stop this?